Well, I think the one word that immediately pops into my mind is tolerance. Yeah, just look at other people in the world and accept that we each have our way of living.
What was the most difficult thing that happened to you during the wartime period?
I can't you perhaps expect some kind of dramatic answer to it, but it's a very ordinary thing that I found most difficult, because in that period we were concentrated in Budapest into a couple of thousand what they called yellow star buildings. My mother and I moved in with a cousin and her aunt, so because there was a space limitation, and with the four of us we just qualified for a one-bedroom apartment between the four of us, and this was in this big block, and strangely enough there wasn't another boy or girl for that matter in that whole building. But if I want to sort of dramatize what happened, I almost lost my childhood at that time.
If you look back at the people from your past, is there anyone who you relied on, and is there anything you'd want to say to them?
And that's a very easy question to answer. I think my survival under those conditions is entirely due to my mother. She had great vision, awareness, ability to organize, and she took both our lives into her hand. In fact, as I found out from her 20 years later, she didn't tell me at the time, she literally risked her life.
She saved you then?
Yes. And my great regret is that I was a bit too young, I suppose, it sounds strange at your age, to turn to her and actually acknowledge what she had done, and thank her for all that she had done for me. But she is the very person that I would want to talk to again. Yeah.
When did you start to share your experience with others?
It was 2016, and I've been doing it ever since. I think the Holocaust Educational Trust keeps a record of what I'm doing, and I think the last count I spoke to over 27,000 school children.
Oh, really?
And I have to say I'm very pleased about that. And as long as I can do it, I will continue. Unfortunately, when I first joined them, there were, I think, 57 of us doing this. And now there are only about 20 still active.
And if we can finish by just asking you, I don't know if anyone else wants to ask another question, but when you look at the world now, what would your advice be to the next generation?
Well, I think the one word that immediately pops into my mind is tolerance. Yeah, just look at other people in the world and accept that we each have our way of living and our habits, and as long as it doesn't, or they don't interfere with our lifestyle, just be respectful of that, and live peacefully side by side.
Wonderful, wonderful words, and important for us to hear them from you. What can I say? Firstly, to our students, we are very proud of you and the work you do as a school, as a Holocaust Beacon school, to carry Tomi's message to your generation. And you've just heard it very clearly from him himself. But I would like to thank you, Tomi, on behalf of everybody in Greater Manchester, for being who you are, for the resilience that you've shown, for the contribution that you've made to our life here in Greater Manchester, but also for telling your story so that we can bridge the generations here and carry your message forever to people here in Greater Manchester. So thank you so much for being with us.
Appreciate that.